All right, so I think we're back for day two, and yeah, excited for this one. Just quickly from yesterday, what we've improved is we've improved UX quite drastically. So now the UX is pretty much um, how this ChatGPT looks like, and so now when you prompt a trading strategy, it feels just a lot more smooth. Also, what I've added in between is the way we display strategy is also quite enhanced, and it takes a similar UX as the chat, and so overall it's coming together quite nicely. Yeah, famous. If you want to join the Discord, I dropped the Discord link just now. All right, so today specifically, yes, today specifically, I want to just troubleshoot the app. I think there is a bunch of regression across the board, and I just want to make like essentially do an overview of where we stand. And yeah, I think target is to have the app be in production towards this weekend, and yeah, we just want to make sure it's ready. And so this includes what I want at the bare minimum is the ability to have a wide variety of strategies, make sure they are all good, and just work as intended, and have payment enabled with um, Stripe and then XPG. So cool thing, for example, is I've added the suggestions here that you can try. And so, for example, if you want to have the fear and greed contrarian, buy BTC on the daily chart when the fear and greed index drops below 20 and sell when it crosses above 60. Stop loss at 8% or below entry, and below entry, sorry. We'll get the results. Hopefully, you see it on the stream. And I think you guys will look at the display and you'll see it looks a lot better. Yeah, so I'm also on the team Slack at the moment, just trying to do a few things together. So a bit hectic. All right, so for example, this one that's typically what we don't wanna have is we basically have no trades, and so I want to troubleshoot what went wrong, and I want to make sure I cover a whole bunch of strategies like this. And so just want to prompt why this did this show no trade, no trades. I'm not gonna run multiple agents on this session. Just want to keep things clean. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a bit too messy. Um, what I've also added is the strategy logic. So you have the ability to understand what indicator do we use, what's our long entry, what's our stop loss, and what's our take profit, and also what's our risk management. So what I suspect happened here is that we don't have enough data set for the fear and greed index, or yeah, I'm actually not exactly sure. While I'm on it, what I want to fix here is you see when I over this, I see June, like July 6th, but I'm not sure the year, and so I want to make sure we fix this. um, when I overchart, overchart, can you display the full year, uh, not just July 6th, uh, July 6th, for instance. Yeah, pretty sure we had a better way of showing this. I'm also gonna add some music because it feels quite weird. Um, all right, so that works. All right, so yes, Sam, just quick overview. What we want to achieve here is troubleshoot the app as much as possible. Make sure we test a few things. For example, we just picked the strategy, uh, 5 bits on the day chart when the fear grid index drops, blah blah blah, and then that just did not work. What I did add off stream, one cool thing is the ability to explore strategies. And so, for example, this strategy works is to go long BTC when it's already down 5% on the daily, and when you have a minus 2% 15-minute candle, and so you can actually see the trade log. You can also export that trade log in CSV, and so what you're gonna have on the app is the ability to export profitable strategies. And the other thing we can add in the roadmap here is the ability to eventually enable payments, so that so I'm pretty sure it's an issue of data availability that we have on the fear thing. Well, let's just redo it for now. Hey, Migas, how's it going? I'm pretty sure the issue is that we have a discrepancy between the data set of BTC and the fee and greed index. Yeah, if any of you in the chats here, I'm available on, I'm on Twitch, X, and YouTube. And so if you have any suggestions of strategies that you want me to run, like for example, I'm just trying to troubleshoot this one. It's not the best job ever, but you just have to go figure it out. And so what yeah, I have no clue. All right, so apparently the issue is LDE only return 1,000 rows. And because the backtest data goes to 2024, I did not get the full picture, but we're trying to get this sorted at the moment. So the full scope of the app, would you set an automatic would you set an automatic TP if the agent goes long when BTC is down 5% on the daily? I mean, the system automatically sets like a TP and risk management if it's not specified in the script. But no, so far we don't have. Actually, let me. You know what we can do, and I think that'd be pretty cool, is to add a roadmap section that the community can upvote, and then see, take this as a sort of roadmap that we want to do. So let's go ahead and do it. Can you implement a public roadmap that everyone can see, and then you items, let the community upvote new features, make sure. And we have six people are watching this, and I think by the time we hit our number, which is going to be at 10 million, it's going to be you guys will be OG. So perhaps we should do a way in which you guys are, I don't know, feel special, potentially drop some HBT to you guys. So just for your information, I'm obviously working on this off stream as well. I want to do 2, 3, 4 hours of stream literally every day for about a year. So it's going to be a big sprint, but looking forward to it. And saying a year, but like that's the time I think it's going to take to hit the target. So what you just posted here, because I don't have a very bright mind and I can't retain every information, I'm gonna do this roadmap thing, and then if anyone wants to add something to the roadmap, it will be public, and then we'll be able to take things off the roadmap if they're completed. But today we don't support this. And that would be typically news. Like basically, you're asking to do news trading and have this backwards compatible. Like you want to know historically when. But the thing is, I'm actually gonna ask it. How could we implement this? So just quickly, what we saw is this strategy was not working, and so we've asked for a fix, so that when I go ahead and create a new strategy, let's say I do the same fear and greed contrarian. Thanks, David. I appreciate this. You're watching pretty much a man in the arena. And just a quick concept of the app is you have an idea, you want to you want to understand if there is an edge on this. If we all have an idea, we want to see what works practically on the market. And those can be crazy ideas. Like Sam implemented this, if the US bomb a major country, short the market type of stuff. And you want to see what's the actual result. And I think it's just a cool concept because all right, so we still have no data on this. So we'll have to do a bit more digging. I'm pretty sure it's an issue with still not working. I'm pretty sure it's an issue with the fear and greed index. It's not working. Investigate the fear and greed data set. I'm pretty sure it's just not working as expected. So for your information, the way this works is we have a lot of data that's coming to the system, whether that's from Geonautics, whether that's from fear and greed API, whether that's from ETF outflows, Velo data for liquidation, spot CBD, and stuff that's a bit more about trading. So now we're just trying to troubleshoot this stuff. And that's what I want to do today. So it's going to be a bit of trial and error, but it's So, but it's going to be interesting. If you have any, so how it's going to work is when you first get on the app, you'll get some free trading strategy credits. So you'll be able to add. We'll come up with a solution like 2-3 solutions. I guess if it fails, or if it shows you no trade, I'm going to refund you. But if you want to add more after 3 or like 2-3 successful trades, then I want to have you pay. And the way we charge is we charge 2x premium on all cost basis. So if we pay for the credit, don't want to use the I guess yeah, you're correct. That's part of the bigger concept, which is a prop firm, and the prop firm is going to be great. We've actually showed a couple of screens yesterday, but the prop firm is only one aspect. And I think if you want to have an edge and overall just build a community, you want to do good trading tools. And I have quite some ideas, but I want to get this one out there. And I think what you can expect, if we're saying that this is going to take a year, I think this is going to take us through a whole different apps. If I see an app that's not successful after a long time trying, I'm just going to kill it and then just try something new. So exciting stuff is all of that revenue will go to Proper, and you'll see that in real time. So that's the cool thing. So while we're looking at the logs here, I want to get the roadmap going that you've suggested. If you have any questions on, I just can't do too many things at once, but all right, sorry, it's just taking the time down. All right, so the issue is with Postgres 1K row, which I knew was an issue. I just did not know the data set for the fear and greed index that we had covered as much. And so let's go ahead and try this. I think what I want to do is build like let's say a QA engine that is going through the strategies, and we'll make sure that there's at least one trade that's generated, and so do that on a recurring basis, so I don't have to do that manual QA myself. Otherwise, it's just going to take so much time. Yeah, if you're building AI apps, like they coded apps, just however you call this, just let me know. I would love to check it out. And yeah, for your information, I'm pretty much going to do that on a. Oh, there we go. Now we get something. So just building. Yeah, sorry. Getting this issue because the roadmap page is being built, but it's going to disappear as soon as it's over, and then we'll be able to check the results of the fear and greed index. I can sense that there is something wrong with this because it only saw 3 trade logs, and if we have a data set that's over 3 years, I'm sure like it occurred more than a lot more than this. I think what would be cool is to display the like the actual data for each indicator. So if we're taking the fear and greed index, I want to make sure I can inspect the fear and greed data set that we have. And then, yeah, so there we go. Like if the cool thing is, if BTC on the daily chart, by BTC on the daily chart, it's interesting. It only took it took 6 trades actually. Then I got it. I'm actually going to soon be running out of credits here. So, Sam, on your request for the roadmap stuff, we actually have it done, and it's funny asking me for. All right, not sure what happened there. I think that's because I did not run the migration. I have no clue actually. So you know what we're going to do is let's try and get a system going where I want to make sure that if you're watching the stream, you get some sort of rewards. Let's just add this for today. So we, back in the early export days, we used to have POAPs, like proof of attendance, and I want to think about a system that's similar so that you get rewarded for watching the streams. Suggest a feature, and we'll suggest the feature of Sam here. Wait, I can actually have this. So I'm just going to do strategy based on wait, do I actually have this stuff? Set up rewards and tiers. Wait. Is that on the restream? I have no clue how this is working. All right. Strategy based on events. So the strategy is, for example, to if the US bonds a major country. You for short BTC, and that's on there. So you can't really like I really want to. This is looking ugly, but I want to get this to prod so we can all QA this out core. All right, so let me go ahead and so you see, I find it actually crazy. You can just build a feature like this. Obviously, it's not QA as soon as this. There's actually a prod link for this, but as soon as this is a bit more widely used, we are going to get like an actual engineer to look at it. So we optimize the code and stuff. Especially as we have payment gateways that will be on there. All right, let's try this one. Yo, I actually need to purchase credits myself. I'm just getting rugged. All right, you know what? What I want to do is have the ability to airdrop credits as an admin. And so we're going to do it to build this stuff. So it's a lot of, I guess, we're just getting started, a lot of stuff to do. I have a lot of ideas, but yeah, still many things to do. Actually, let's just do it on the command line airdrop 1K credits to my personal email. Because I don't want to show this part, like the credit airdrop. There's also this transparency data, which is dashboard, which is cool. Yeah, it's all vibe coded actually. Like I usually ask some engineers to go over it, but some of our designers to go over it, but all of that is 100% vibe coded. There's nothing that's not hard coded. So yes, so Crypto Dini, how are you going to execute those trade on Hyperliquid? The stack. So there are two things. Like what I want to first get is make sure strategies are good. Like when you're asking a strategy, it actually pulls the right data, and we're still a long way there, and I suspect that it's still gonna take some time there, and I want to. When you're happy with a strategy, you can go live with signals. And when signals, we're happy with it, then we're going to take you to the live execution, sorry. So the way we're going to do it is I think we'll use Hyperliquid vaults so that you as the owner of the strategy, you can perceive the fees of the vaults, but we'll also circumvent the whole custody thing because legally it's a mess. All right, so perhaps that was it. Now, if I refresh, there we go, I have 10K credits. So I'm the boss in town now. So let's try what NFP, so non-farm payroll volatility there. I'm still not sure if I want to execute the trades directly because it's a whole. I guess it depends on the traction, I think that's naturally what you want to do at the end of the day, but let's see, depends on the traction. I think once we cross about 5K users, that's probably something I want to do. And actually, while we are at it, I'm going to add this item. Feature live strategy. Oh my god, execute the trade trade from the Alright, now getting this code execution failed, so I'm not exactly sure why. So you see, it's still a lot of ways to go. I'm not sure why. And you know, I had a bunch of people ask me yesterday, like, what's the difference between this and Claude? Like, can I just add Claude, ask Claude the same thing? The issue, I mean, the edge of the product is really the quality of the data. So we're plugged to a lot of different APIs, and the backtest data as well. Like the backtesting engine, it's something that's just specific to this app. All right, so now it's honestly the subset part of QAing everything. It's gonna be a pain. And so because it takes a long time, what I want is to actually have a way in which I QA the strategies programmatically, because I don't want to think of each strategy. So what I want is to basically have a checklist type system where Claude comes up with a lot of strategies that anyone would come up with. All right, so now that works. I think for a while. So let's try and actually do this stuff. It's going to be exciting. So what I want is that instead of, because those strategies don't work, and I think they don't work because they have 0 trades. So what I want is a system that is giving me trade ideas and so it's going to consume a lot of credit. So it's going to be an expensive thing, but I want that it does that for me because I just can't do it myself. So I had built this stuff in the past, and I want that we improve that again. So let's go ahead and do it. We have this QA dashboard. I want that you test a whole bunch of strategies in our so currently Proper is under Explode, and so if there is to be a Proper token, for example, that would be a drop to XBG holders 1-to-1, or if there is just an XBG token, just goes to a token, but the value that goes toward XBG is just revenues, is we keep the same. So the goal is bold of 10 million, but we'll all that will go. I wanted to say there's a whole bunch of strategy in our data, well, in our capabilities, and report the best results, the strategies, the strategy tells if no trade was done. Basically, as if I was testing you. Alright, so if I did cut, I'm sorry, so what I did say is there's this whole revenue idea, and then, for example, when we go live, we'll go live with the billing system, and the billing system is two ways, one with XBG and the other with fiat with Stripe. So that's that. I mean, I thought of something, for example, this morning. I thought that I'm going to add this on the roadmap actually. It's the ability to have someone pay to see your strategy. And pay in USDC, XBG and so on. And just to give further context, well, it's loading just now. So at the moment we're doing this QA thing, which is making sure that we build a bulletproof system. Because what the output that you don't want as a user is that you're trying to you're mentioning a strategy and then you either have, well, yeah, the outcome you don't want is to have no trades. And it's actually fine to have no trade if the strategy just has no trade. You don't want this to be a default or like an issue of the system. And yeah, so what I did say before is there's the ability to have an explore tab. And when you run explore, that's a strategy that works. So if you actually want to have an edge, this strategy works. So this, well, based on historical data, it works. So it's to say go long BTC when it's already done 5% on a daily, and when you have a 15% minus 2% candle, which is like what we call calculation. So I have like 3 trades for this. And it was 60% win rate. All right, so now we have a testing suite. And this is running at the moment. But what I want to do is to actually run this from the UI. If you hear a beep, that's I'm not sure what that is, but something's burning. Alright, so while this is being built, I want to show with more granularity to the views the data that's available. So currently that's what we have, is we have this crypto ticker. We have crypto derivatives, so overnight premium CVD, CVD being cumulative volume delta. That's stuff that's coming from crypto data. We also have some debit data, so like I think this is, I don't have it. We have astrological data. From on-chain data, if you have ideas of geometrics dashboard we want to scrape, I think that would be cool as well. So that's, by the way, that's how it looks like right now. So we can see this trade is good. Putting it out there, this trade has 60% win rate, 64% return, average risk reward of 2.41. And what you can see is here the strategy logic. So strategy logic is, you can see a stop loss, the take profit, risk management, well, risk management being the stop loss. I think each day we'll test this QA strategy test, make sure we get a good enough overview of this. And perhaps what we can do is try this new thing. Like if the US bombs a major country, go short BTC. But I'm actually not sure how this is going to work. So I'm pretty dumb. Let's just ask Claude what's up. If the US go short BTC, how can I build a system that implements historical data? Historical events that UI. I have no clue how this could be implemented. My view is that you would have an insane amount of data that's categorized and like subcategorized, and that you would have the system that scrolls through each data but my understanding is that if you were to index, all of the, really you're asking all the events in the world, would take a shit ton of time. That's still running in the background. And we have the QR that's running as well. Can you give me the QA test feedback? Yeah, sorry if sometimes I'm just disconnected because I look at Slack. And yeah, just get a few pings here and there. So what we have at the moment is we're testing a bunch of random strategies. Like it's testing the golden cross at the moment. And if you're wondering on how the code works, is we basically have an AI that is, we're fetching a lot of data first. That's crypto data and then non-crypto data. And then we have an AI that's building a backtest code based on the data that we have. And so each new strategy comes with its own custom code, which is then run on a virtual machine. And then you can adjust the backtest as you want. So for example, let's say I have this strategy. I can check the backtest. Then let's say I don't want this to be on a 1 year basis. I want this to be on a 3-month basis. Let's see how this performs. You can see the return was different. Profit factor went down from 2.41 to 2.19. Cool thing is this works both ways, so you can actually go long and short. You can take both setups. So all right, so this approach is interesting. We can actually look at this API to do what Sam wanted to do, which is ingesting real life events. Apparently this what is this? I have no clue what it is. Directly export. Alright, so apparently we can export events out of this. Better. What I'm interested is how far back can we go in time? As if the crux of the system is you wanna have at least a 1 year. You want to go back 1 year at least. All right, so I think I might just go and try and use API. I'm just wondering. I think how it's going to go is that you have the the system is going to understand it's an event, and then we'll create a news API, try and get the timestamp of each event, and try and make sense of this. Let's go with option B with news API. Good question, actually, on the Copilot thing. No, I haven't. No, I'm using Restream. We're not using Copilot for this, but actually, it's a good feature set for Copilot. What we're trying to do now is explore what Sam asked. No, what I type on the chat, it is from Restream. I'm just gonna go ahead and get an API key for this. Wait. Ooh. Alright, I'm just going through the process of getting the news API key, and then because that's going to be for sure a requirement. And I'm just going to then put the API key in on the environment file. Yeah, the issue with the issue that we have with news API is the limit. The limit is only 100 a day, I believe. And so it's going to work, but it's not going to work really well. I see there is a business plan, which is $450 a month, which I'm not going to go ahead with until we have at least that amount in revenue. But we'll at least see if that works. I think it'd be pretty cool. Yeah, some other strategies that, well, this one doesn't work. Which one worked in the past? Actually, don't have many strategies that work. If you're wondering why we stand on the back test, we are 13 out of 21, and yeah, looks like it's going to take about 20 minutes to get all that sorted. Yeah, I've asked my team members to give me some ideas on how can we make those streams better, more engaging. I'm actually just getting started, so I want to. First ones will be bad, but then we'll improve over time. I'm just winging it. I'm literally just opening this and then just getting started. Well, no, I just want to show up, and I think people will look back at it and see, okay, you've actually built it in public from day one. So if we can actually get this working for Sam, it'd be crazy. What we've done here in the first step is we have seeded historical geopolitical data, so basically bundle what were the major events in the past. This semi strategy, I think, is misleading because no, it actually works. So that one works as well. So if you're making a trade on the CME, it works quite well. If you have questions about the market, you can just throw them at me. Yeah, that is not displaying the right data, I think. We're just waiting at the moment on the bed chat, so I'm not sure how this beta done. I'm not sure how this. I'm like super new to all this. Like I figured I would stream yesterday, and so I've opened restream. Well, I literally typed like stream, and then I was like, okay, you have OBS and all that stuff, and I just went ahead and looked at restream and just did it. But I'm sure there's a way to do this stuff. All right, so now we'll take this off stream because I have my API key. And then we'll try the new stuff. Then I have to run a bunch of migration files. All right, so we'll try and see if the event functionality works. All right, so we're running PX. See, I did 1 enter 4 3 and 4. So we will try to, make sure it works. The limitation that we know for sure though is that the events is not going to be scalable unless we get the paid plan, which is $500 a month. I also want to get some stats for this streaming sessions. We'll try and get the news event. All right, so just the QA report should be out there, and we can see that we have 61.9% pass rate, and we can see that what works and what doesn't. All right, so ETF flow momentum, we know that doesn't work. Funding rates, okay, all right. Fun, what surge. All right, so it's not looking too bad for the QA actually. I was expecting that more. The golden cross doesn't work, and we have the ETF flow. I know why this doesn't work is because we don't have the ETF data. Just did not subscribe to the plan. I think the ETF data is. I'm not sure who provides this. I know it comes from FastSide, but they don't expose an API for it. So I'm not sure I can. I'm not sure I can get the data for it. I know there is a. I just don't recall the name. I don't know. I think it's. Cloud Glass or something? No. Data. I butchered the name. Yeah, Coinglass, sorry. Oh no, Glassnode. Glassnode, you can get the ETF data, and so I'm going to be plugging the system onto this. So far today, if I just do a recap, we've added this roadmap section, we built this QA dashboard, we are adding the events, and I think it's a good start for the day. I'm really interested to know if we can actually get this going. So what we're trying to do is to add real life events. I'm curious to see if that's going to work. There's some data on ETF on June that would be cool. We're working with June on pump fund wallets. Like, I think we'll do that more in the, I would say, midweek, as we'll look at some June dashboard that I think are cool, and then try and extract the data. So, for example, we have the on-chain lending rates. So, what's BTC doing, or what's altcoin doing when you have ball rates or lending rates that are of certain rates. I think that's the thing that would be cool. And I think we have this tab today, which is the capability tab. It's not loading at the moment, but I want to make sure everyone understands the full capability of the app. I think this is going to be more for tomorrow. I'll just do it after this stream, because today it's not clear. Like, you'll have a bunch of people ask a few random things, and that's just not going to work. And I think the UX for that is just not good. That's not what you expect as a user. All right, so now we're testing the strategy short BTC when there is a US military event with severity below -5, and we're trying to see if that works. Ideally, we have the ability to, as you type your strategy, the system would tell you if it's actually in the capability of the system. I'm not sure how we can do it, but it might just be what we want to do next. Yeah, let's go ahead and try it. That as I if the strategy that I want to build is doable by the system. So what you want is to, while you get this, you also record what a given user wanted, and then you keep that in store, and then in a different phase, you just implement that for the user. And potentially you have a system that is also emailing that user a day later, or like a few hours later, to give that user the ability to now test. I think that'd be a pretty unique flow. And let's try this, if that works. Let's try and see what Sam wanted to ID this stuff is if the US bombs a major country to show we could see. Let's see if that works. And so what we really want to do is clean the capability section. Like if it's even not clear for me what's like all the capabilities that I've added over time. It's just been working on this for like hardcore for there and then left and then hardcore for there and then left. So it's not much clear. Yeah, you see I get missing record data set. Around this was now just trying to troubleshoot the data set, and then it's anyway just a test because that's not gonna go to prod since we don't have a robust data set. I'm not sure how we're gonna be able to fetch all the Will's data. Alright, so I'm not sure what this is doing. Alright, so I want to get this going. I want to get a UI feedback on so I think, sorry, I'm going all over the place here, but what I think I want to do is to get a better understanding of the capabilities, and that anytime you type, the system looks at the capabilities and tell you if we have those capabilities, because otherwise you're just going to be so disappointed as a user. Alright, so apparently that should work now. Let's see if that works. That would be pretty cool. Let's see, that's getting the results. Hopefully we get something out of the way. And we get no trades. I think that's because the data set that we cover is only 94 events. So the key is how do you get a better log of events, news events. Yeah, that's the issue. There's no, from what we scrape from the news API, there's no bombing of the US, I think. All right, so we'll take this for later. I think we just wanted to see how hard it was. So let's try and get a better view of the capabilities of the system. You know, now we're adding a keyboard detection so that every time you type, it's gonna tell you if we have this capability. If not, just give you a feedback so that you're not disappointed when you create a new strategy. And that's gonna appear just about here. The big bulk of the work is gonna be phone capabilities next. Is gonna be a big title for it. And the cool thing is once we have this cleaned up, we'll be able to add more capabilities on the fly, and I want to get a good framework going for making sure each capability passes enough tests to go to prod. All right, so now all right, so now we're getting this UI feedback whenever you have some keywords. And I want to see something that we don't cover is like, I don't know, you're long UTC when Lewis Hamilton wins F1 race. We don't support this. I want to see what all right, we don't have any feedback. Because ideally, like when you type something like this, that should not enable you to test it out. So you see, typically that's what you don't want, is that this is giving you that feedback, or sure, it's giving you feedback, but then you've just wasted credit, so you've like wasted money, but then you see something that has no trade. It's just not good. If you want to know the framework at the moment for adding new data, that's what we have. So that's like the MD file that every time I'm asking your system to add new data, that's what it looks at. And then I want to do, yeah. Yeah, let's see if that works. The code base is a bit messy at the moment. We've been adding a bunch of functionalities without cleaning up the code for some time now. So, typically that's what I would do off stream is like cleaning up the code, make sure it's well organized, and make sure it's within as as I organize it. I'm not wrecking the code. All right, so let's see if we get this going. So if I type the go long BTC when this Hamilton when so openers, that's still letting me do it. No clue why. Yeah, that's just not working at the moment. Or perhaps you just need to relaunch the app. I'm not sure. If any of you want to have access to the app in like early phase, you can just DM me on X now, or actually just if you don't mind, just send your email on there if it's not too confident. But otherwise, what you can do is and we can probably do it just after this, but we can submit like a wait list for proper, like on ProprXYZ, like on here. And there we go, it works. This is what we've implemented yesterday, this Rebound, but like if you want to get access to the backtest app, we'll probably add something on there to reduce your interest. Yeah, I need to have these streams be a lot more organized. I mean, because I don't have a specific roadmap. I just want to ship that by like this weekend, and so I know the next bulk of work is the capabilities, then the QA. Once we get that out of the way, clean the code, and then we can actually go to prod if things are clean. But capabilities for the system and for the user, that's just the key part at the moment. Now we have the UI feedback, but it's good. This doesn't match any supported deferrals or staging patterns. So let's see if I type in the long BTC when the ETF outflows. All right, so we have this. What else? What else that we don't support? So all right, so when on-chain value rates are 10%. Goes on to see. Yep. So, for example, that's pretty cool feedback. So, let's see if we can troubleshoot that system when Mercury is obeyed. All right. That's very cool. That's a very cool UI feedback that we have. So now we need to refine the capabilities more. What we can probably do now is do a checklist of capabilities to implement. And then do a checklist find of new capabilities to implement, and we'll go all over the place. But I wanna make sure we get a good overview of what, like, the whole spectrum of things that we can implement. Like, we can go as far as the Lewis Hamilton F1 stuff. And I think genetics is going to be a good place to do this stuff. So typically, when I look at this, I'm wondering, for example, this pattern on this all-time high on Poly Market. This was the election top, and that was also the crypto top. So, like, if there is any frenzy on prediction market, does that relate to BTC at all? I don't think so, but just interesting origin. Yeah, for example, the ETH stacking, I think that's an interesting thing. For example, the Ethereum stacking flow. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, shoot me a link of Capella. I've never heard of it. What is this emoji? Is that me? So we have a whole capabilities now. I mean, you see it's just quite messy at the moment, but that's everything that we have. I just don't know who Kappa is. I'm such a big Alright, so what we have now? SSL environment issues. Okay, the fuck is this? On-chain Bitcoin hash rate. Alright, so interesting stuff. Let's see if we can implement this new capability. It's like Google Trends. All right. Can you implement this for the integration pattern for the capability? Because, like, for example, today, if I'm asking Claude, like, what's the performance of BTC when the Google Trends for BTC rises 10%, I'm not sure what I'm going to get. like it's just going to pull a bunch of Google Trends, like bunch of stuff. They actually don't tell you exactly, and that's exactly the like where I think this app fits in the stack. And now we're trying to integrate Google Trends API. Just a live example of integration. Then we'll just close the stream. I want to do a roadmap, something that's more organized, and then we'll come back for this. Because I want like the crux of what I want now is to nail the capability, and I just want to think more deeply. Like if I'm just grinding out on the stream, no one's gonna listen. You see, the infrastructure is you're plugged to so many different APIs. The key change of this is the data that you ingest. And to the head of where we approach that is not best. So once we get this sorted, I'm gonna end the stream and then just come back. So for the next streams, I want to have a clear roadmap going. So we have an agenda and we have the roadmap for the day. While I'm at it, I said I would add a waitlist for on the proper landing page. So I'm just gonna say, can you add a waitlist for the backtesting app? Do a rank with do rank system. Depending on the time, allow users to submit emails. So the way we're going to roll out this app is most likely on a waitlist type system. So I want to get this going. So what I want is that on this website you'll have the backtesting app overlay. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to be displayed, but we'll just vibe code this. And I'm just going to run the migration file for the Google Trends. Uh, if you guys have questions on Xbox or anything, just ask a question, then I promise next stream is going to be better. And then once we get this Google Trends stuff out of the way, then and this proper roadmap, well, not roadmap, waitlist, then we will close the stream. Yo, sorry, I'm a bit tired now. Oh, so we're back doing this at the moment. And so the way it's going to work is you'll have the ability to drop your email on the proper website. And then I'm probably gonna drop some free credit. So you wanna drop the email that you're going to use for the app, if you're ever interested in the app. But if you're watching this, you probably are. If I'm looking elsewhere, it's because I am doing some stuff on the DB that you shouldn't have a look at. All right, so now back to the backtesting app. We're getting the Google Trends data. So we'll go ahead and try it. So the cool thing about the system is then over time, let's say we want to do this straight automatically, that whenever you have Google Trend that's going higher, like on a four times on a weekly basis in a month, you want to go long BTC. And I think as you explore the tab, well, you go on the explore tab, I think you're going to be finding useful patterns. So now we're just backfilling the Google Trends data. So the way it works for each data set is we backfill the data and then we run sort of cron job that is fetching the fresh data on a daily basis or whichever time frame. All right, so let's see the stuff. Let's see, short BTC, when Google searches, interest spikes. You see, I have this issue, which means that whenever I add a new capability, we haven't added on the MD file the ability to have this new feature supported. Otherwise, it's going to be a big mess, and I honestly need to clean all of that at the moment because it's just won't let me. Yeah, it won't let me do it. And then I'm very curious to see what's going to be the results. Okay. Alright, so now it's being added. Alright, cool. We're getting this covered, so now I want to go short BTC when Google search interest spikes, and I want to see what I get. What do you think of the UX? If you have any comments on the UX, I think this is good for now, but we might want to find ways to improve that all the time. As soon as this goes to prod, we'll add a changelog for the new features and functionality that we add on the system. But I want to say, as soon as we hit prod, then the shipping velocity is going to change well, it's going to slow down because it will go through alpha environment, prod environment, etc. So you see that this is not successful, so I want to troubleshoot. I have no clue why this did not work. If you have any ideas or strategies you want to test, like patterns you want to find, yeah. Which text on the left side a bit thicker, bold? You mean the tab here? Yeah, it depends. I think you'll tell me when you use Batform. I think currently it looks okay. And then, yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to be working on the ways in which I incentivize people to look at the stream, or at least just recognize who showed up on a daily basis. And I think, today we're actually at all-time high in viewers, but we will improve over time. I'm not sure if, I guess we've gained 3 followers from yesterday, which is good. But we have viewers on X. I think we are not currently, but 140 views, it isn't bad. And then we're also live on YouTube. So what I suspect is when I add a new capability, I need to spend a bunch of time troubleshoot that capability. So I probably need to refine the whole capability flow so that we're getting stuff like nailed. Otherwise, it's gonna be a complete mess. So now let's do this again. What was the prompt? I think that was we're short BTC when the real trans for BTC spikes. Let's see, and obviously you can add some parameters like saying you want that on a daily time frame, weekly time frame, and then set your own risk reward and stop loss or invalidation, however you see it. Just want to make sure it works, and then I'm gonna end the stream and then work on my own on the capability section, and then make up a plan for next stream. So to make this a bit more lively, short, potentially concise. Let me set 0 trades. So is it because of the time frame issue? Yeah, apparently it's a time frame issue. Like it used a full hour, but what we can probably add is whenever you try a strategy that it runs it on the different time frames. I'm not sure this is gonna work, but like TLDR on this is that if you had shorted BTC on a BTC real trend spike, you would have lost money, and it got there with on November 21. Let's see actually the trends. So I say Bitcoin. I'm curious to see why we have a spike in November. In November 20. All right. Worldwide. Okay, so now we're getting a spike, I guess, because of the dump. And when was this? Okay. All right, so November 23rd, we got a Bitcoin spike. Only world trends have no clue why, but we see that it makes sense, right? Like the system does not just it works, which is encouraging. So now on, just want to fix this on strategy, build near 10-year back test. I'm not sure how to approach this on the daily time frame if the time frame isn't specified. I'm not sure it's the best approach, but we'll think about this later. So you see, the concept of the app is cool. I mean, I guess I'm building it, so I think this is cool. But that's what I think is going to be great for users. So potentially, I can just go there, then go back to my strategies, and then I can make this public, go public, and then people will see and explore. Okay, like this is actually not a good strategy. and now the default strategy is not daily, but well, it's not 4 hour, but daily. So this is gonna be it for the stream. At least now, I'm not sure I'm gonna come back later. I think I probably will, but I want to get working on the capabilities a bit more, and then I also want to have a clear plan. So and we know what to focus on in the stream. So thanks a lot for following along, and I'll come back either later today or to